sitting on the couch watching cartoons with my little brother. Then my mom texted me. I almost threw my phone and screamed, but I kept my composure. The noticeable reaction was I flinched, but the knowingly to my brother, I was freaking out because what my mom said was coming home soon. I just picked up your brother from the clubs and bring dinner. Number 2, I'm back. I posted a year ago about my haunted house. Things went quiet for a while, but until the last few months, from footsteps to voices to things moving, falling, etc. It's ongoing and gets more intense with each time. One specific occurrence has left me uncomfortable and reluctant to be here alone. I sat on my bed watching TV with my dogs and cats asleep on the foot of my bed, my bedroom doors staring wide opening. Obviously, I thought nothing of it and put it down to a draft or something. A few minutes later, it started opening and closing slowly but more frequently and aggressively. Suddenly, handles started going up and down aggressively. The dog started going nuts. So, as the stereotypical white person I am, I got up to check it out. Nothing behind the door, no windows open, or obviously it's midwinter and freezing anyway. The dog continued to bark at the door for another minute when I heard what sounded like a heavy bat being pulled down my stairs. I live alone now. I'm again in this stupid house. There's nobody here except me again. I go look up and there's nothing there. I go downstairs to make sure nobody was in my home. There wasn't a single person in my house. All my doors were locked. I run back to upstairs with my dog following behind me to my door still opening and closing. When I enter the room, I shut my door firmly and see my cats cowered behind my wardrobe, scared. Aside from that, there's been so many unexplained things happening in this house. Noises, whistles, stumps that I can't explain, and things been moved, which has just became the new normal. Hopefully everything will be okay. I only hope things get better onwards. Number 3, the woman screaming. So I was walking my dog and it wasn't normal until I walked past a house. It was across the street and I heard a woman start screaming, "Help, help, help me, Jesus," over and over. 2 men were walking up to her car and one man was just standing there staring at me. I walked past. She could have just been sick, but it still creeps me out. Never stay at the Stanley Hotel. True story. About 10 years ago, I visited a friend and his girlfriend in Colorado. One of the nights we spent the night at the famous hotel. Wrong story, dude. Sorry for my stuttering. Number 4, don't go to camp. Okay, so this all happened when I was about 10 and forced to go to this 1 week of Bible camp at this large school-like building a little far out in some of the forest land. And the first thing you should know is I haven't watched anything scary, horror movies, stories, etc. because I was decently sheltered. This is why I swear this wasn't my imagination. So anyway, I was driven there by my mom. I sat there for a moment. I was driven there and I sat there for a big exception of homesickness, but it still felt as if the camp just not right. On Thursday, we went there for the group prayer for walking in for the dead in the forest. Now, I have to add semi-culture to look like the forest from Slender Man. I didn't know then, but now I do. It was raining late, perfect storm right. Anyway, a few minutes in, I started to glance at the trees to our sides and see this thing leaning behind me. A tree to a specifically skinny humanoid-ish creature, a shadow darker than the night. I glanced over at the tree, having seen movement and seen it now. As I recall, it didn't have eyes or a face, just three-dimensional shadow. I keep looking around me as I gaze as it for more than a few minutes. It just vanishes and then a few seconds later appears in a different spot. It seemed to be staring in through me, but just kept disappearing or reappearing. Anyway, the last day I was just being driven home, I kept seeing it over buildings and looming over me and looking down into the car, but it still kept vanishing right after I looked at it while I at home in bed. I was drifting off inside the door to my room, very, very slow. I I was terrified to see the thing in my room staring at me. Then I drifted out. In the mornings, my door was open. I asked my parents, and they were confused why the door was open because I usually kept it closed and they scrubbed it out because I swear it was true. Man, sorry for my stuttering, y'all. I really gotta get better on my speech with these videos. But there was a specific story I'm supposed to do with the Stanley Hotel and everything. I'll do that Friday. Promise y'all, I keep my promise. I'll do that with this. I'll do that Friday. That kind of be my only one part story for a while. Then yeah, that'll be it. So I'm out.